Guests shifted in their seats, their anger escalating. A few people looked at each other, mouths agape, not knowing if they were witnessing the worst wedding ever, or if this was some twisted performance art. "This is f***ing ridiculous," one of the guests hissed, louder than she meant to. The photographer snapped another picture, this time not of the bride coming down the aisle, but of the pissed-off guests. He was after all there to document the day, and what a day it had been so far. This wasn't a wedding. This was a goddamn farce. He wanted to leave, but he couldn't leave without proof of the total show he was stuck in. So he clicked, his finger pressing down on the shutter like he was hoping it would somehow make the absurdity of it all more real. The bride didn't even look up as she walked past the guests. She didn't smile, didn't apologize. She barely even acknowledged the groom, her focus entirely on the glowing screen in her hands. When she reached the altar, she tucked her laptop under her arm like it was just another day at the office, and adjusted her dress, as though all this was nothing more than a routine task. "All right, what are we doing here?" she asked, glancing around at the guests. "We're here now, so can we just get on with it?" The groom, his face still half smeared with crumbs, just shrugged, his expression as bored as hers. "Yeah, whatever. Let's get it over with," he said, making a half-assed gesture like they were doing something groundbreaking. The photographer stood there, shaking his head in disbelief. "This is a f***ing joke," he muttered under his breath, lowering his camera. In over 800 weddings, he had never experienced a ceremony quite like this. The couple completely uncaring and disregarding of those around them. The guests were pissed. They weren't just annoyed now. No, now they were f***ing livid. They'd been sitting in the heat for over an hour, being treated like absolute shit by the couple they were here to celebrate. "This is bullshit," one guest snapped, standing up, ready to leave. "I didn't sign up for this," they muttered as they picked up their gift off of the table and walked to their car.